The essence of what we're discussing is to find a way out, make progress as a nation and as a people. And Nigeria, as it were, will agree with me that there's actually a decline. And we're trying to see how there will be a way forward. The truth of the matter is that if any one of us is given an opportunity to lead the people, will the situation be different from what it is now? Like Dr. Anza was rightly saying, he made mention of the people. And that's very interesting for me because now the truth of the matter is that we have a leadership problem. And leadership is not necessarily positional, as it were, first. Because the president that you have there, the governor that you have there, was once a citizen, was just somebody maybe in one school somewhere and all of that. And he was still in this same country and now is given the opportunity to lead the people. And the same person is bringing Nigeria to where it is right now.
The systems have produced.
Yes. Yeah. So what I'm trying to say right now is that an opportunity will be given to anybody here to become a leader tomorrow. What will be the change that we'll see? So I think at this point there should be a coming together if the people actually have a voice. Because it looks like Nigerians, as it were, have taken a position of defeat right now. And I was like, oh, it's like corruption have eaten into the system. There's nothing we can do. Because the reforms we're talking about, if the people have a place in this reform, it means that we must start coming together for the reform. We must start coming together for the reform. If not, the situation will still remain as it is. But it looks to me like somehow, this same greed I was talking about is almost in the heart of every Nigerian. So anytime one wants to push for something, there's still somebody at the other side who is fighting against that progress. So you just discover that we are just hitting our heads on the wall, like no progress. The reason is because we are not thinking alike. We have all considered and have accepted defeat and as like, no, this is the Nigerian system and this is how it has to be. But if there must be a change begins with us. Change begins with the individual. So it starts from your home. Because all of these things we keep talking about leaders here in big places, even from the home front, even from our department, as it were, students, small places like even churches and all of that, small groups, you still discover that this same thing is found there. And if somebody can be very corrupt, even from the home front, then what do you expect in the next few years? So it means that well-meaning Nigerians and people of moral values have to begin to find a way to preach it, find a way of making emphasis to this thing. Like, there's need for change in our country. This unrest, but to some extent, everybody's not feeling it. Nobody's talking about it. Yeah, so they are just trying to just adapt to the system and just accept defeat, as it were. So I think for we to make headways, we must start coming together. There's a need for a coming together of these same burdens we are sharing, this same need for leadership. So this has to be communicated even in our schools, in our places of worship. Those things are supposed to be emphasis that should be made. And with that, I think we'll have a better Nigeria. Because this same leadership we're talking about could fall on anybody. And if it falls on anybody, will there be a decline or are we going up? So I think this is something we should preach now, as to change begins with the individual. And if we could have that, we'll have a better Nigeria.